Today we will be looking at Yasujiro Ozu's 1953 film Tokyo Story. The scene that I chose to evaluate is the opening scene that kind of goes over the setting, as well as the first few shots of dialogue between the main characters Shukishi, an elderly husband, and Tomi, his wife, as well as their daughter who still lives at home. We'll start with the opening scenery. In those first few shots, we see the setting, which appears to be a rural Japanese neighborhood, which is immediately followed by school children on their way to school, which kind of indicates that it's a suburb. And then there's a shot of a train, which will be coming up later, but for now is just kind of an indicator, given the fact that there were not really a whole ton of roads for travel and also likely not many cars in this area. As a result of that, they will be traveling by train.
これじゃと大阪6時じゃな。
そうですか。じゃあ、慶三もちょうど引けた頃です
うん。ホームへ出てるじゃろう。電報打ってだけ。
Here, the very first shot, the first few seconds of the first shot, is used a two-shot, medium shot is used to introduce the couple, the main protagonists in the story, and their conversation involves more discussion about their travel, so their dialogue indicates that they're going to be traveling somewhere. The train was also a good indicator of that, kind of setting up the rest of the story. Also, it's good to note that while it is a two-shot and medium shot, they're on the same level and it's shot at around like waist level. You can see as the daughter walks in.
はい、お母さん、これお弁当。あ、おおけに。
The daughter bringing the lunches, so this is acting, and also some mise-en-scene and frame and blocking this scene, having the daughter come in and give the couple their lunches indicates what the power situation, not power situation, but the family dynamic generally is supposed to be. Children are subservient and they are respectful of their parents.
じゃあ、行ってまいります。
ああ。お前学校が忙しければわざわざ来てくれんでもええよ。
いいえ、ええんです。5時間目はどうせ体操ですから。
そうか。
Here, the dialogue and using a shot reverse shot, still at the same angle and height of the shot, indicates that while there is that dynamic of the family relationship, children are respectful of their parents, there's still a mutual respect between the two. She offers to see them off, and the shot reverse shot has the father saying that, oh, that's okay, we understand that you're at school, you don't have to, but she's still very willing to. That kind of sets up the expectations of the family relationships during the time in this place.
じゃあ、駅で。
ああ。
お母さん、魔法瓶にお茶入れときましたから。そう。ありがとう。じゃあ、行ってまいります。
ああ、行っておいで。
行ってきなさい。
In that last shot, as the daughter goes down the stairs and leaves. It's important to note there that the shot remained on the empty room for about 7 or 8 seconds. I may have been counting fast. Let's just say 5 to 8 seconds. That kind of indicates, so that theme of having the medium, like the waist high shot, medium angle shot, and having it remain on the scene without, as the character leaves, indicates that it's kind of the film is kept at a slow pace. So having those shots remain as the action or the characters leave keeps it slow pace and emphasizes the realism of the film. Like, it's not going, usually films cover a long period of time in a very short period of time, whereas this is going in more of real time. Scene again, having the shot remain as not a whole lot of narrative propelling action happens, gives the idea that we're watching all of the minute details of their lives, and it's a story that people can see. They understand exactly how that time moves. It's very natural and it's not rushed at all. And there's no cuts back to scenes that have characters or action or things that propel the narrative.
そっち入らしたか？
浮き枕はお前に頼んだじゃないか。
ありゃんせんよ、こっちにゃ。
そっちを渡したじゃないか。
そうですか？
Here, the shot reverse shot is used again, and they're talking about very not important things. Where's the air cushion? Oh, I thought you packed it. No, you should have it. This is a very extended conversation about a very not propelling narrative feature. So as the shot goes in reverse shot goes with a kind of a medium shot that also has the husband and wife on the same level, shows that they are not only, so the dynamic in the family is not only equal when it comes to the parents and the children, not necessarily equal, but fairly progressive in the way that there's mutual respect. It's the same with the husband and the wife, and given that this is in the 50s, that's kind of, that's good to have. It's good to emphasize that equality. They have a very strong relationship, and I mean, they're going to see their fully grown kids. They've been married a very long time, and they still have a very solid relationship. Oh gosh. Sorry. Oh. Sorry.
おはようございます。あ、おはよう。今日おたちですか。ええ、昼過ぎの汽車です。そうですか。
まあ今のうちに子供たちにも会うとか思いましてな。
お楽しみですな。東京じゃ皆さんお待ちかねでしょうって。
いやあ、しばらく留守にしますんで、よろしくどうぞ。
ごゆっくりと。立派な息子さんや娘さんがいなさって結構ですな。本当にお幸せでさ。
いやあ、どんなもんですか。
アンバーにお天気もようて、本当におかげさんで。まあ、お気をつけて行っておいでなしゃ。ありがとう。
That shot, its dialogue and acting, was crucial to the development of the story as a narrative, unlike the scenes before. The neighbor walks by, asks about their trip to see their children, which not only emphasizes the fact that they are in a rural community with kind of neighbors that say hi, kids that walk to school together, but now they're having a conversation. She knows about their lives. And then that goes right into setting up the story. They're going to see their children, as kind of evidenced before by, I guess, them saying it, but then also the train, setting up their plans and everything they're packing to go on this trip. She says how excited how excited they must be. I mean, granted, the acting is kind of like not super indicative of a whole lot of excitement, but the language gives a good idea that they're excited to see their kids. They haven't seen them in a long time, as he says, it's a chance to see all of our children. So maybe they've seen one or two, but not all of them together, or not recently. And then it goes back to her asking, or not asking, saying that they must be excited to see them as well. And he just says, well, I hope so. So that kind of sets up the audience to expect that the children maybe won't be as excited as the parents are, as often is the case. Parents tend to be more interested in their kids' lives than vice versa. But it sort of kind of prefaces the whole story, the rest of the narrative, that they're going to see their kids. They're really excited, but maybe the kids won't be as excited. And then she goes on to say they've turned out so well. And rather than playing into that, like, yes, our children have made great accomplishments, we're very proud, it's just like, yeah, they have. That's expected. They've done what they are supposed to do.
空気枕ありゃしえんよ、こっちには。
ないことないわ。よう探してみ。あったあった。
ありゃしたか。
ああった。
And what would that sequence have been without finding out what happened to the air cushion? I don't think that I could have watched the rest of the movie without knowing. But that, seriousness is another indicator of the slower, more realistic pace of the film. They finish their conversation, and then after their dialogue is over, the shot remains, and they're seen continuing their packing. Nothing is rushing. There are no cuts. There are no fast cuts to different things that kind of indicate time passing exceptionally quickly. This will happen later, just because you don't want to see their entire traveling trip, so they don't show that much of the train scene. But up until this point, the film is set at a very slow, natural pace.